What's up, guys? This is Ninja on Ninja, and basically, I have a video for you. I'm calling this dude out. Basically, who is it? More Alex O'Connor. Let me just go ahead and actually hold on one second. So, who's the relativist now? The moral relativist to now debating Ben Shapiro. 21 hours ago, has 18,000 views. Dude has quite a few subs, 147,000. I believe this is one of those divided they fall things, and the reason why this is propelled forward is because it creates it's stupid and it misses the point. It's two people arguing past one another, and they're not meeting in the middle, and you'll accomplish nothing when you guys don't talk about anything. I can guarantee at the end of this convo, you both walked away like, I can't believe I talked to this guy. It was pointless. Basically, that's what they want to be center stage, because divided they fall, and that they are the rich and the powerful and the people that are encouraging slavery and encouraging gangs and encouraging violence. Because the more divided you are, the longer they get to stay in charge and to reign supreme and take money that they don't deserve. So, anyways, so he makes a statement here, and I was listening to this, and I was like, I kind of want to hear it, whatever. But the second he fucks up, I'm out. The second this is bullshit, I'm gone. The second he leads me astray, I'm done.
You know, if he says, I love my wife, I love my kids, and my master, as if that's going to be one of the principal considerations.
Right? So if he says, I love A, B, C, and my master, and then he says, as if
I love my wife, I love my kids, and my master, as if that's going to be one of the principal considerations.
as if that's going to be. The point is, this dude isn't operating in a neutral world where he should be. He has a chip on his shoulder. He determined this is what makes old people suck. It's because they have made a decision, they have made a choice. And you can't teach an old dog new things when they already believe things, because you're changing the way that they think, and that's harder to do than showing someone how to think for the first time ever, basically, right? And that's what's going on. Okay, so the point is, this is an old man talking to Ben Shapiro, who could be, um, what's it called? Who could possibly be, you could prove him wrong, or you could shake his faith and make him believe something and make him change. Who knows? All we've had are people that are like, here's my belief, your belief is wrong compared to my belief. And Ben Shapiro's like, well, yeah, like in that sense, it's either I gotta bend the knee to you, or I could just live my life. I'm going to live my life. And so, like, the point is division, and they'll never unite. But my point, okay,
I love my wife, I love my kids, and my master, as if that's going to be one of the principal considerations.
that could be a consideration, because they try to keep slavery like, as long as you're stupid, and as long as you don't know the truth, as long as enlightenment does not, as long as you don't have enlightenment, you think this is how the world works. You don't know these other things until someone shows you them. And this is why it's nice to have a really knowledgeable grandmother or really knowledgeable mother like I had, basically, right? Like someone who's really good at what they're doing, basically, because they show you a lot of, like, you perceive a lot, and the more you perceive, the more knowledgeable you are. essentially. But if you're in the dark, you're in the dark. You think this is just how it goes. You think this is normal, and this is what they're trying to do. This is why they're trying to screw up the system and destroy intelligence and whatnot, education rather, is because they're trying to make sure you're dumb and you're still in the dark. And so that we go into the dark ages again, so that they can, what's called, have an empire that's like, let them eat cake. If they're starving, let them eat cake. That's where we're at now. If they're starving, let them eat cake. Why not? The people in charge are so naive and ignorant, because the people in their circle are evil. That's what democracies always have fallen from, basically. Like in China, they had the wise men or whatever. Those wise men were corrupt, and so these little child leaders were corrupt, and they ran them into the dirt as a result. And so, anyways, I could explain a lot of shit, but it's too much to talk about. So, anyways, the point though I wanted to get to was you could love your master because uh, being owned was the only life you knew. You just thought that's how it was. You believed that he was right because that's the only thing you've been shown to be true. You have never seen a free man, you have only seen slaves. This is why they were so they had a rule where it's like you can't show black people being free because then my slaves will realize I could be free too and they will want to go to your side. This is why the war happened back in the day with the Confederacy and the Union, was because of that slavery fact, basically the Dark Ages versus the Enlightenment, and then people just like were like, I want to enlighten them, and then the Confederacy was like, well, I want slaves, and so we fought, basically, right? And of course they're trying to change the reasonings for the wars, and they're trying to say this and that. They're trying to change your theory, your logic, your thinking, and they're trying to brain rot you. They're trying to fuck you over. But again, me as an old dog, I'll pee on your carpet because I'm an old alpha. I don't give a fuck what you gotta say. I'm gonna just do me. That's because the thing is, I can't trust you, so I can trust me though, and so that's all I'm gonna do. Anyways, um, so
I love my wife, I love my kids, and my master, as if that's going to be one of the principal considerations.
that guy could have grown up thinking that my master is the only way forward, and my master let me free, and my master, it's like having a good boss, basically. Like you like your boss, but not all bosses are like. Some of them, I hate my boss. I want him to get fired. I want him to get replaced, right? And my point is,
If he says, I love my wife, I love my kids, and my master, as if that's going to be one of the
that shows a flaw in his thinking. So why the fuck are we talking to him who thinks wrong? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting to. That's where it all stems from. It's like, so everything is based off of that. But the thing is, that's wrong. So everything you're saying is wrong. Basically, it doesn't matter. And so people will be like, well, we can listen to him. And the reason why is because when he talks about the seventh thing that he talks about, he may be wrong about six things, but number seven, the thing that I'm talking about, he rewards me more money. And this is where sellouts come from. And you're willing to allow him to exist even though he's wrong because he lets you exist or he helps you exist. But he costs everyone else. You know what I'm saying? That's not good. That's how the world works. And everyone's like, well, as long as I get to pay my bills, then whatever. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene, she used to think that way. And then they came knocking on her door. And next thing you know, she's like, I'm done. I'm out. I don't want to play this game anymore. It's because it came to her fucking house. They started knocking on her door. You're thinking wrong until you don't think wrong anymore. And that's what we're seeing. That's my point. You shouldn't think that way. And the fact that you think that way shows that we shouldn't care what you have to say because you're a fucking idiot. And that's my point. the guy cares for his master much like you care for your boss, much like you care for your CEO or your manager or blah blah blah. Like a lot of people will be fortunate to have jobs where they like it, their boss, or their boss does a really good job. Like generally speaking, that's a new boss who is proud and has pride in what he has, and he has pride in his developed world or whatever. But a person who has existed as number one for a long time, which is what we have in America, people start taking things for granted, basically. And so it starts costing more and more and more and more to the point where it's like we can't deal with this anymore. And that's what I'm saying. Let them eat cake. If they're so poor, why don't they just eat cake? That's what I would do. If I was hungry, I would eat cake. So let them eat cake. Like, how fucking stupid do you have to be to believe what you just said? Like, holy shit. What he just said, who would love your man? Like, you would ever love your boss. Like, you would ever love your boss. You understand that we're on a team, right? In employment, when you go to a job, you're supposed to be a team. The fact that you hate your boss, or the fact that your boss does something that makes you hate your boss, shows that that boss should be replaced. You should love your boss, just like you should love your master, right? But there are times where you don't love your boss. There are times you don't love your master. And they're not all the time, which is what he fucking thinks. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And so why the fuck do you care what he has to say when he has to think that way? He's fucking wrong, dude. So anyways, that's it. Calling you out, you fucking idiot, you dumb bitch. Um, and people listen to him like he knows who he is or what he is or what he's been talking about, or I'm the wise man, I know things, and clearly you don't. So anyways, be well, be happy, be safe, take care, be loved. And again, like I'd still have a drink with him. Fuck it. The thing is, he would never be a boss in my world. He would not be a boss. He would be a worker, right? He would be some low-ended worker because he thinks wrong. And so I save those boss positions for people who think right, not people who think like me, right? Not bias. I don't. It's just, are you thinking correctly? Does society do well when you are in charge? Then, yes, good. But I don't want that if they're just doing well because you sold out. Like that's not good. But that's what a lot of the world is. Um, for example, like a lot of young girls um, think being a hoe is a way forward, and I gotta just sell out to this guy for a while, and then once I have his kids, I'll be set for life. But the problem is, you don't realize I'm just fucking you, and then I'm gonna leave you one day. And I've been fucking you for 5 years, and you think you're gonna end it with me after 5 years. You think you're gonna end, and you think you're gonna have it great and lovely and fantastic. But guess what? I'm out. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You ghosted, bitch. That's it. We're done. And guess what? You spent 5 years fucking this dude, and he's gone now. And so then the next guy shows up, and you spent 5 years fucking the last guy. Why the fuck would I want you? The fuck? Like that sex is something I should be getting, not something that he got. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling you. And it does matter, right? Like in general it doesn't. Like if once a week, once a month, it doesn't matter. But when you fuck like 2, 3 times a day, and for like 5 years, it matters. When they've been fucking you to break you, no one wants that anymore. But anyways, be well, be happy, be safe, take care, be loved, God bless. I don't have a hateful bone in my body. There's no envy. There's no hatred. There's no bias. No whatever. But I've been dealing with it my whole life. Anyways, that's why I call it out. So anyways, that's it. Be well, be happy, be safe, take care. Share the love, share the wealth, share the life. Spread ladders, make them longer. Um, help people that need it. And then don't let the door hit you. Lord split you, and peace.